We got Blake Griffin and the Clips on deck tonight. Going up against him, you almost just hope you don't end up on a poster. But I'm ready to step up, no matter the consequences. Gotta earn my stripes sometime, you know? Here we go.
Two-K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the Staples Center. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Phoenix. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams. Clippers trail by 5. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Setting the floor for the Suns. Freak, he's in at center. Brandon Knight is out there with Archie Goodwin. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Teletovic in at the 4.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Picked by Griffin. And the wide open shot from Green. No luck. And Phoenix will come the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline. You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Johnson comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And the layup is good. Knight's got his first 2 points of the night.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. Rebounded by Tucker.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Rivers against Knight. Crawford outside. Up off the screen, and Cole Aldrich with the slam.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
And he gets it to go.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting.
Johnson outside from deep. And yes, sir, that one drops. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Suns leading. Knight kicks to Freak. Crawford with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Fires from deep. No good. Crawford against Knight. Out to the wing. Goodwin kicks to Freak. And that one's good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Rivers. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Suns up. And Austin Rivers making NBA history last season. His father, Doc, is the head coach, of course, of the Clippers.
And I think it's because we've always had that type of relationship where he's always kind of just been a father/coach. So now he's a coach at work and off the floor, he's a father.
Always an entertaining dynamic when you have a father coaching. On the court. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Austin Rivers in for J.J. Redick. We've got Crawford. Rivers out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Griffin in at power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs really lit it up. He dropped 14 points, and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
And talking about P.J. Tucker, he's really played the same role the past 3 seasons. Excellent inside-out defender, tremendous rebounder for his size, and he really plays within his limitations, taking only shots he can make and also not turning the ball over.
And Phoenix making a change here. Booker's checked in. Aldrich, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. In this one, just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Knight kicks to Teletovic. Off target from three-point range.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
All night. And a pretty tightly.
Hi, Kevin. Well done.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game.
Firstly, our offensive output in the paint was really encouraging. But that being said, let's make sure we don't get too one-dimensional in the second half. I want us getting points from the inside and out. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet.
We know we can take their best punches and hang with them. Now it's time to hit them with everything we got and see how they handle it.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And Bledsoe, here we go. 6 to shoot. So for the Clippers, Cole Aldrich with a different look. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Len. Freak comes in for Lure. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for T.J. Warren. And Knight subbed in for Booker. Crawford outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own
Yo, Freak, what's up, baby? What's up?
I never had this feeling. Man, CC, I'm beat. Another long day, and we have a big game this weekend.
Yeah, I hear you, Freak, but don't forget, we still got to get up early in the morning tomorrow so we can get a few extra shots in before school.
Right. Then I probably should finish my homework.
Hey, hold up. Homework? Nah, I know we can think of something better to do than homework.
Oh, hold on now, son. You got homework to do? You need to get on it. You too, Victor. Now, you know I don't like the idea of these early morning workouts. You need your rest.
All right, Pops, I know.
Pops.
We got it.
Right.
Swish.
Man, that was your line.
Oh,
my bad.
Here we go.
Cut.
Every time.
Your line.